For what?
For what? You just saved our lives. I sat in prison all night long, thinking today would be my last. You can't imagine how grateful I am.
No need to thank me, Iltani. Thank God instead.
But Daniel, wait! I've known you for 3 years, and I've seen you do some pretty special things, but this? What you did in there? It was impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
That's not true. Some things are impossible, like knowing a man's dream without him telling you, but you did it. And I have to know how.
How? Listen, Iltani.
Please, Daniel, there's nobody else around. You must know you can trust me by now. Please.
It's not about trust.
Well, then tell me. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't know how you did it.
But you do know. God showed me the dream.
Come on, Daniel. I'm not some wannabe magician trying to steal your tricks. Your secret's safe with me, but you have to show me how.
Iltani, what I told the king, it's all true. In fact, I never once lied to you.
Oh, stop this. That's a lie right
Why
there.
is it so hard for you to believe when all the evidence points to our heavenly God?
It doesn't make sense. The gods don't do that. They don't talk to you. They don't give you visions to save people's lives. They don't do anything. So knock it off and tell the truth.
You see it all. Yet you choose to be blind.
Wait, he didn't forget his dream, did he? He wrote it down or told somebody and you heard him. That's it, isn't it? I will find out, Daniel. Someday I will know the truth.
I know you will, Iltani. I have faith you will.
The arrogance! That was the last straw. I had to get him to admit his trickery. I had to do something drastic. Something dangerous. But what? It wouldn't be easy. I knew Daniel was far too strong, far too clever, and with his friends always around for support. And that's when I knew. I must first get to his friends. If I could get them to deny their God, well, then Daniel would surely follow. So I made a plan. It was brilliant and complex and required all my subtleties, but I knew if I pulled it off, Daniel would break. I went to the king the first chance I got. It was time to show the world Daniel's true nature.
Iltani, come in, come in. Do you have any news about our little project?
Indeed I do, sir.
Excellent. You know what I've been thinking of calling it? The Hanging Gardens.
Nice! And what we've designed looks just like the mountains of your wife's homeland. It has many galleries and it has lots of cages for birds and animals, including a lion's den.
Yes, I love lions.
Oh, but here's the best part. We've designed a way to pump water to the top of the structure. That means we can have a wide variety of plants and trees native to her homeland.
Oh, she's gonna love that. Do it! Build it!
Well, there is one problem. We'll have to go to her native land to get those plants.
Oh, right. Medea is a great empire, but her father is over the top crazy, frightening.
I know. I was thinking, whoever we send needs to be very diplomatic. You know, good with people.
You're right. But who? Hey, what about Daniel?
Of course, brilliant idea. I guess that's why you're the king and I'm not, right?
Well, that and many other reasons, yes. I'll talk to Daniel right away. That Medean lunatic is gonna love him. Daniel's awesome, isn't he? Did you hear what he did with my dream? Incredible!
I did. Amazing. Too bad about the interpretation, though. That's rough.
What? What are you talking about?
You know how your wonderful empire is going to be conquered by another lesser kingdom?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that part.
Can I speak freely, Your Majesty?
Of course, Iltani. What is it?
I think Daniel got it wrong, sire. Has there ever been an empire so powerful? Our walls are 22 feet thick. Our own army couldn't penetrate them, much less a weaker one. We're so rich with resources we can build the Hanging Gardens, which is the perfect name, by the way.
Yeah? You like it?
I love it. The Hanging Gardens is going to be a symbol of Babylon's glory from now until the end of time. You're not just the head of gold, my king. That whole statue should be made of gold because what you've built will never die.
When Daniel spoke those words, it felt so true. Well, I certainly don't want it to be true.
Then don't let it be. That whole statue should be gold.
That would be a glorious statue, wouldn't it? A golden empire that lasts for all eternity.
Build that statue, my king. Build it in your own image and make the whole world bow to you. You deserve it.
Yes. Yes, I should. But Daniel's God would surely be angry.
So what? How great could he be if he thinks your kingdom is going to fall? He deserves no worship. The people of Babylon should worship you. You provide for all their needs, not some invisible god. Build it, sire. Build it now while it's fresh in everyone's minds. I'll put our best men on it. Just say the word and it's done.
Why don't you work up some plans? This could be just what we need around here to build morale.
Right away, my king.
And Iltani? Make it big.
Of course, my king. It was all coming together. Daniel would be gone for months and the king's ego would help break his three friends. And yet, I was not happy. My mind was consumed with only one question. How did Daniel interpret that dream? It could not be the work of a god. Or could it? Soon Daniel would tell me the truth. Soon he would have no choice. I must admit that was quite a trick. It isn't often something gets by me. Daniel, you have style, best I've seen in a while. So much potential I can see. You must show me how, I must know now. Please don't insult my intelligence. I know it's fraud, it wasn't some god. Let's just use some common sense. How could you see what cannot be seen? How could you know what cannot be known? How did you find that dream in the night? How did you find that dream in the night? I'd like to think I have an open mind, but when you give credit to your God, it frustrates me, 'cause I think we both know it's just an impressive facade. How could you see what cannot be seen? How could you know what cannot be known? How did you find that dream in the night? How did you find that dream in the night? How did you find that dream in the night?
Legs. Those legs.
Guys, that's enough.
Yo, because you compete with those front legs, bro.
How do you become the kind of person like Daniel that God can use that way? How do you become the kind of person that can walk into the throne room of the most powerful man on earth and deliver a message from God? How do you become the kind of person like my friends in the South Pacific Division refer to them, a world changer.
He fans.
How do you become that kind of person? Well, you first have to resolve to be like Daniel. Resolve that you're not going to eat from the king's table. You've got to resolve that you're going to spend time with God. And here's what Daniel 6:10 says. Something really awesome, really amazing. Many of you have heard this many times. It says, 3 times a day, Daniel got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to God. Here's a part I want you to remember. Just as he had done before. Just as he had done before. A better translation of this would read this way. Just as he had always done. Every day of his life. Every moment of his life. Every day of his life he has spent it with God. See, this is what the prophet Micah calls walking with God. This is what Jesus said to us. He said, come follow me, walk with me, and get to know me. See, we are tempted to take shortcuts. How do you become a person like Daniel? You spend your life with God every day. You pray, you walk with him. We're tempted to take shortcuts. See, we know something. You want to get to play the violin really well like Frankie Piper, the Pathfinder here earlier? You want to get that good? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens for days and months and years of practicing. Isn't that right? You want to get to have huge muscles like mine? You eat broccoli every day. That's right. You want to get to play basketball like some of the people we watch, LeBron and others? You got to play every day. You want to do football like those of you who like football? Like Messi, you got to play every day. We know this.
Football, not football.
We know this.
The difference.
But you wanna develop a friendship with somebody. You wanna get to know them. You gotta talk to them every single day. There are no shortcuts. How do you get to be the kind of person that God can use to do great things like Daniel did? Walk with God every day. Every day. When I went to college, I met this girl. Actually, I didn't meet her so much as I saw her from a distance. She was beautiful.